I've got an image taken from a Taranaki farm a few weeks ago.
Yep.
What's this? Where?
This is a
Taranaki.
Taranaki farrowing crate.
I think so. I'm happy.
Pigs and farrowing crates. There's one dead piglet there underneath, which is another image of that if you want to see it up close, but we don't need to. This, would you agree, is not legal under our Animal Welfare Act to have mother pigs in cages like that, based on the 2020 High Court finding?
Well, no, the 2020 High Court finding said that how the rule was put in place was done incorrectly, or the process followed, and obviously that pigs being in a farrowing crate for 33 days did not meet the purposes of the Act. So not the crate itself. And so that's what we're looking at. How do we minimise that time in the crate to only what's necessary to save as many piglets as possible? Now, you're not going to save every piglet. And I dare say, I'd love to know how many more piglets died that night because someone broke into that property and scared all the pigs around.
So why do you reject the advice of your National Animal Welfare Advisory Council that the best welfare outcomes for mother pigs and piglets is moving away from farrowing crates?
Well, no, I don't think they said that. Well, I mean, the analysis I had was, I mean, they could only look at the sows in terms of that. The advice I've got is, like I've said, 14% higher risk of mortality. The key thing here is, you know, that we've got to make sure that it's not just the sow, it's the piglets as well. You've got to balance everything up. It's not a perfect world in terms of farming. There's a number of things going wrong, happening at the same time, and you've got to come up with a smart balance. And that's what we've tried to do here, is achieve that balance between not only the sow's welfare, but also the piglets' welfare.
One of the reasons you've articulated for the choice you've made to keep farrowing crates going, the status quo for another 10 years, and then a change to the weaner and grower piglet cages, but not a change in the size of the farrowing crates, a reduction in the length of time that the sows must spend in those only after 10 years, is the cost to farmers. But the advice to you was that a 350 sow farm would face a capital cost of approximately 507,000 for the option that you've chosen in the legislation, and yet moving to the NAWAC option, which would be a removal of farrowing crates entirely, would cost for a 350 sow farm 595,000. So that's only a 17% difference, but it eliminates that problem of farrowing crates as part of our system.
But it doesn't eliminate that ongoing.
For that?
So it doesn't remove that ongoing operational cost. And that is what kills you in a business. If you have to bake in the fact that you're going to make a loss of $100,000 a year, every year, going forward, that's the major cost. Yes, capital cost, you can get a loan, you can do all that, but that ongoing fact that your business is going to be less profitable by that amount every year, that was the key thing around, actually, that's what adds on the extra cost to that NAWAC proposal.
Have you prioritised that consideration over the consideration of animal welfare in your responsibility as the Minister of Animal Welfare?
So in terms of the economics, that was the basis for the transition period. In terms of the welfare, that was why we went to minimise the length of time they could spend in the crate to max, and that would give us the best piglet survivability. So the welfare of both sow and piglet.